Hey, how's it going? Today is Sunday, 7th of January, and we're taking a look at what financial opportunities are available up there within the market. I thought I would take a look and might as well share those opportunities with others for people who might be interested in taking a look at the market and know if they're looking to set up perhaps or operate as a business perhaps or perhaps invest. That's another way of looking at it, right? So perhaps not necessarily your time while it would require time, perhaps your capital, or perhaps the resources, depending if it's something that you're interested in doing, right? I thought I would cover that since I was taking a look at, or perhaps reducing something that I was taking a look at this week a lot, right? How I can begin operating within Scotland, I guess, when it comes to manufacturing and offering solutions in solving very unique problems. Some of those problems can be energy, right? Just because that's where most of the strategies are right now within the UK. I'm not inventing new problems, right? I'm looking to address existing problems and or pain points, and current prices is a big pain point. So how we can solve this problem, I thought I would take a look at Scottish enterprise. Let's try to understand this opportunity a little bit better. I personally believe the more people do it, the cheaper we should get, I guess. I don't know if it will work on the paper, but either way. I don't know this organization. I haven't done anything with this organization. If I'll be planning of doing anything, I'm gonna be looking into perhaps ways of how to reduce some of the costs, right? So that's me coming into this. Then I would be reading this. I would be looking to understand who I can contact and who can make decision. Do I need to send a contract? And if I don't know if they interested in solving any problems, right? I think they should, if you would ask me, but perhaps they're looking for people who are interested in helping in solving some of those problems. So that would be great. How we can work together as a whole, right? Together. Some people were dividing everything, right? So I'm looking to perhaps how we can expand and work together, right? So I was taking a look at some of the high-end manufacturing facilities within Scotland, some that I have covered. Within those facilities, they have recently invested a lot of capital in setting up new facilities, right? Perhaps there might be some opportunities when it comes to manufacturing or production of new energy sources, right? So perhaps coming into that, so that potentially be the way how myself I will be approaching this one. But there's a number of different ways of how to do it, right? That would be low carbon manufacturing challenges, right? Fund you so there's a setup that yes I am and we can progress into they might have some finance available grant with minimum value of 150,000. That's a minimum value. That's a lot. Okay, there's a lot of risk. So again, so we need to have necessary people in necessary places in order to deliver some of those sharp targets that DK has set for itself, right? That's an organization that I think they're referring to when it comes to collaborating and working together, where most of the work will take place, right? So that would be National Manufacturing Institute Scotland. I think that would be a part of the process. I don't know if it's outlined within the application form that I'm reading, but I think that they're referring to this institution, right? So perhaps you yourself you would need to go collaborate and work together with this institution. Myself, I know everything in that. So I don't know. I can promote kind of guess since we are looking to solve massive problems, which is really be potentially a hard thing to do, right? I think that's my personal again understanding how it should be structured. Or perhaps me coming into this if when we take a look at perhaps manufacturing, I don't know all the details, right? So perhaps that would be how I would approach this project, right? About the challenge we're looking to grow our Scottish manufacturing business through developing new low carbon products, processes, and services. Products and services, great. They keep bringing processes, right? I don't know if I completely agree with the way how it's been broken into three parts. It should be only two, but that's academia again, right? Right. So that's some reasons so why people would like to make things more complicated than it has to be. products and services. Great. You can apply for, okay, there's a grant there, there's one potential funding there, and there's perhaps an overall future recovery plan. There's a plan in place, right? Just to put things into perspective, perhaps if anything, if we were to tackle a new sector, right, all the equipment, everything would be away from myself, miles, hundreds of miles away. I wouldn't touch anything. I wouldn't do anything, right? Perhaps I would put people in the right places at the right time to get all the work done. So perhaps that's how I can oversee the project, make sure for project to be successful coming into this, right? Why I would be going and touching anything, I don't care. So that's where problems might happen, right? Perhaps myself coming into this, I would hire best people. I would perhaps making sure that those people know what they're doing, give them necessary tools, equipment, and perhaps resources. And some of those resources, well, what we're taking a look at within this video, that would be financial, perhaps incentives, perhaps. But I don't know, there might be even credits, not necessarily money will exchange hands, right? So that would be perhaps local people solving local problems, and myself coming into this and making sure that they're on top of things nice and easy. Coming into this, I don't know all the details, by the way. I can recommend perhaps another person, right? So how potentially can do it, right? I can touch on that, or perhaps how myself, how I'm interested in doing it, right? That's just an example of project lead, right? So there's a project lead there. Perhaps he's not doing anything at the time, right? Perhaps he really enjoys or understands this new technology up there, right? And that he's from Scotland, great. So there might be a project lead that has already experience in setting up all the facilities and working on different projects. I think has completed 3 or so projects before to have potentially project lead within Scotland. I have manufacturing within Scotland, and perhaps there's some funding within Scotland. Great, so I can put all things together and see if perhaps we can get things cooking. I guess I don't know if he's interested. I guess that would be just an example of how to get things started, right? There might be different problems, right? People not coming to work, perhaps being busy, working on different projects, and sourcing all the necessary just many things. So that's just an example. I'm saying there might be a lot of headaches, a lot of stress, a lot of headaches of tackling something new, perhaps that people haven't done in the past, new technologies, tackling or solving new problems. There might be a lot of headache involved. So don't blame me, right? That's what I'm saying. That's just an example of how to do it, right? Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published the book Project Fitflaw. Within this book, I'm taking a look and I'm sharing a lot of information with regards to about everything what people would need to know in order to succeed in fitness. And we were to take a look at 3 different areas that would be recovery, nutrition, and working out, and or placing a lot of stress on your body, how to do that safely so your body would adapt the stress and improve over time, right? And how to do that safely as well as progression from the complete beginner. So it's a beginner friendly book progressing into potentially advanced and or professional level where you can potentially eventually hopefully you would be able to make money out of doing something that you might be considering enjoying or doing it, right? Perhaps not in the beginning but over time, right? You can find it QR code in the corner, company's website below. I have spoken with a number of accountants from Scotland, and I have been advised that when it comes to finances, it's completely different Scotland compared to England, right? So I don't know all the details, and I think the organization structure is different, perhaps even compared to England. So perhaps they're operating slightly different. Perhaps laws are different. Everything you yourself you would need to know before, right? I'm not looking to get anyone in trouble, right? But that would be just an example of how to begin and where to start solving some of those problems, and perhaps if anything, reducing cost of energy and or some of those new markets there. That's just an example. I don't know if it's good, if it's bad. That's just it's there, right? And it seems that time scale they're looking at it's live now and it's available until March 2026 for another 2 years or so, right? Just over 2 years. So what I'm saying, opportunities might be there for people who are interested in solving massive problems there, right? It's Scotland. I have taken a look at Wales, and I have taken a look at England, perhaps some opportunities there. Perhaps that's just overall view of the market. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.